Hi, I've got another watch video for you. This is from my collection. It's the Bulova Accutron 2, none of that Accutron 1 rubbish. And very beautiful watch. It's got the high frequency, 262 kilohertz. There it is. It even tells you. And let me take some glare off that. Look at that. Anyway, absolutely beautiful watch. So it's really, it doesn't just like tick every second. It really has a very smooth sweep hand motion on it. Absolutely fantastic. So very nice watch. There's the details for those playing along at home. Yes, it does have a screw-on back on it, ultra high frequency, and I've done a video, of course, on the original tuning fork one. I have a Bulova Accutron Space View, absolutely fantastic watch, and anyway, 100 meters, water resistant. So the problem is, it stopped, and I thought, okay, the battery's run out again because it's only got like a year or two battery life or whatever. I'm pretty sure I've done a video changing the back in on this. Yes, it does have the movable ring like that for timing, so that's pretty groovy. But I put a new battery in it and it just doesn't work. So I'm going to have a look at this thing and see what's what. So I believe it uses a CR2016. I've actually had it open for a while. I had it sitting on the bench here, haven't gotten around to doing a video on it. CR2016, or it could be a 2020. I'm not sure what originally came out of it, and I can't find the original watch because I've done a few things since then, and I've put it aside, and yeah, don't do that. Don't put projects aside. You end up losing track of stuff. Anyway, yeah, this is a good battery, and it just does not work. So let's get out of here. So let's pop the battery out there. It's got a little sheet on the bottom. I can take that out for those playing along at home. There you go. There's the inside the well, there's your problem. Damn, that's the drive coil for the thing. I just noticed that. Is that the individual windings? I thought like there'd be like, maybe it's like I was going to like test the battery and make sure it like performs under load and stuff like that, but oh no, there's a Kamagutsa. That's individual. Can I get in there closer? That is individual strands, right? Oh no. Yeah, look, you can see it down there. Ah. I was going to start this like video thinking, okay, I'll like test the ESR of the battery and make sure, you know, I've got a good battery because it might have been dying under load or something. I don't know, something like that. But there is something that has completely broken that coil. How the hell has it done that? Oh, that's terrible, Muriel. Oh no, this is a very nice watch. What? It's like whole chunks have been taken out. I can only presume that is dumbass Dave trying to get the previous battery out, which I said was many, many weeks ago. It's been sitting on the bench here. Maybe I dug it out with like a metal thing and it's just stabbed it, and maybe I used like tweezers like this. I got in there to flip the battery out, and it's accidentally caught the coil. How's it done that much damage though? I don't get it. Oh, that's terrible. How the hell am I going to fix that? Like, it's going to operate probably just fine with some, you know, a few less turns, I would imagine. That breaks the heart. It's a beautiful watch, and the coil is not covered. Was the coil? It was covered with that plastic. Where's the plastic film gone now? God, I've lost the plastic film. Has it gone away? Have I accidentally blown it? And oh, plastic film's gone. Can't see it on the floor. What's going on? Anyway, it looks like we have some jewels in there. Here you go. I don't think it told you how many jewels on the bottom. Yeah, there you go. It's got no less than 8 jewels. None of that 7 jewel rubbish. Look at that. 8 jewels. Very nice bit of kit. Unfortunately, the drive coil has completely kamagutsa. Oh, in theory, I can get in there and potentially not rewire it, but cut out the crap and put in, like, and solder it, and find the point where it's actually, like, you know, the start and the end, cut out all the crap and then join them back together. Maybe. But look how fine that is. That is insane. That was not the video I was expecting. I was expecting to do some electrical troubleshooting. We can get the, there you go. We can get the plastic out there. There's our mechanism. We can pull that out. Yeah, I even got my multimeter working on the screen again for this one. Hoping that hoping to do some electrical troubleshooting, but I just noticed that coil and it's completely kamagutsa. Is that going to screw out? I don't think that's going to screw out. There we go. It pushes in, moves over like that. That's neat. Anyway, even if I get that mechanism out, I'm not really going to be able to access that coil, am I? Unless I, like, take out the whole thing, get all the hands off, separate it from the face, I'd imagine. I don't know. This is not a watch repair channel. It's not like I do this every day. Anyway, leave it in the comments down below what you think is going to be the easiest way to, well, it's no easy way to repair it, but what would be a way to repair it? Is that, yeah? Okay, so they're the 2 wires there. Actually, maybe the best way of fixing this is to try and get a junked one and then replace the entire coil, maybe. That looks like it's glued in up there, so it'd be pretty brutal getting it back out and salvaging another watch. I doubt you could buy a replacement coil. Well, there's 2 ways to repair it. One is to try and figure out here, clean up the wires and find the end, the actual, you know, 2 broken bits, and maybe, if I'm lucky, I can solder those back together. Or it's like desolder this, and then it's just like that. That's not even soldered. That's like bond welded on there, isn't it? The only way to fix this, I think, is to try and unravel all that. Oh, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Oh, I don't think I have a plastic spudger small enough to get in there. How has that much damage happened? I really don't understand. Look at it. Yeah, I can only think that I got in there and maybe I slipped with a metal thing taking out the battery. And then it went oosh and just stabbed the coil. Oh, F in the chat. Okay, I'm not going to fix it for this video, obviously. I'm going to open this one up to the comments. What do you think the best way to fix this is? I've really screwed up one of my very good watches. Just taking out the battery. So it must have gone under, and I've lost that plastic sheet. Where the hell is that plastic sheet gone? I swear. Anyway, I've got to bugger off to the gym now. So, yeah, I'm just going to cut it short, and I'm going to upload this video. And leave it in the comments down below, and I'll try and find my plastic thing. But that's the least of my worries at the moment. I can make another one of those. Kind of hard to make another coil, though. So, and that is really fine. I mean, that is super duper fine. And it's glued in place, so if I try and get the coil out, I think it's just going to break the bonds down here, right? So I think I'm better off not doing that. I think that would be a mistake. to try and physically get the coil out. What is the diameter of that wire in there? It's absolutely tiny. It's not good. I'm going to need all the magnification that my Tagano can muster, which is that, or I'd have to operate it under a higher magnification microscope. I do actually have them, but yeah. Look at all, yeah, look at it. Oh my. Trying to get that out and not getting a broken one. Obviously, like, I can measure the coil. I don't think we're going to get anything. So let's go over to Ohmsky. Got the new 787 Bluetooth multimeter, which is on screen. I've got the new Windows software, which has been written by one of my viewers. And it's over on the EEV blog forum. It's excellent. There's a free version available, as well as a paid version. I've got to buy the paid version. It just works great on Windows. So here you go. Can I even get my... I've got my phone... I'm going to need my even small... Oh, God, don't goof it, Dave. No. These probes are too big. I've got to swap them. Hang on. I do happen to have them right here. Got my super fine Pomona ones. Look at these. Look at these bad boys. I mean, it's going to be open. I can't do this visually. I've got to... Yeah, that's open. That's the rest of the circuit in play there. That has... And it's Kamagutsa, obviously. Bugger. Well, there you go. The fault was obvious. Damn. Anyway, thoughts, comments down below. How I can fix that. That is going to be so tedious. Oh my. Dumbass Dave strikes again. Catch you next time.